Hello, you beautiful people. This is Pixel Focus Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Sun OG5. Super excited to have you all here. This is where we talk about virtual photography, insights, updates, and thick necks. You know what it is. Anyway, here's my boy, my co-host, my friend, my brother, N7. How you doing there, buddy?
I am doing amazing. How about yourself?
Uh, I'm good. I'm straight.
The bit of pause is like, that's a little bit concerning there, man.
Never. Could never be me. Not I. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, man. We out here doing our thing. We
Mm-hmm.
uh we got a pretty special episode today, and
Mm-hmm.
with our guest ourselves.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, unfortunately, our guest that we originally had planned today couldn't make it. It's all good though. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely are appreciative of the fact that they did try their best to be here, but life be lifing. So
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah,
So we're
but
just going to be talking amongst ourselves this time, and is it
right,
probably there are going to be a few episodes probably down the road where it's just going to be us, but we will try to get guests on because we love that type of interaction and all that.
oh
So
yeah,
yeah.
the energy that they bring is phenomenal.
Oh yes.
But it's okay because it's not that we're talking to ourselves. Like we're not, we're not crazy.
Are you sure about
Okay, you know what?
that?
It's not the point here. We're trying to get on this freaking. Anyway, we are going to be talking today about pressure, just like N7 was trying to pressure me into thinking I was crazy. But we're going to be talking about virtual photography and the pressures that may come with it. Alongside that, we're also going to be giving you guys a little bit of background on ourselves since we've touched on it, but we haven't really like given you the story, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and talk about that a little bit, but I'd like to first say, N7, I know you remember, how did we meet each other, buddy?
It was actually through Destiny, I believe. We had a
Yeah.
um, there was a actually it was one of the clan members said, "Hey, I know this person. Is it okay if she joined?" I was like, "Yeah, that's totally fine." And then she started hanging out, and then she's like, "Hey, I got a few friends." When she said few, I thought three or two, but she pretty much brought the whole neighborhood with her. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she
The
just a
whole
few people,
squad.
and son was one of them. And yeah, he doesn't play Destiny anymore. He's been invested in the virtual photography side of things, but he was a hunter main, then switched to Titan. Is that correct?
Yes, that
Yeah.
is correct.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's because Titans, them crayon eaters, that's what we do. I like the white ones. So,
Well, I mean, crayons do draw, and that's a form of photography, I guess. You
hey,
get pictures. So there,
insights.
boom.
Insights right there. Check it.
Yeah, I was
But
pushing
yeah,
for that one. That's a bit of a stretch, I know, but I was just thought that, and I was like, oh boy.
but yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. My friend Taco, as they call her, she brought me and a decent amount of other people along, and then me and N7 and a few other people, but primarily me and N7, we kind of just hit it off. We really started just hanging out a lot. So yeah, it was dope. And then I think we've mentioned it before. We had the charity stream go on, and you went ahead and invited me on there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because I was doing this virtual photography thing. You said, "Hey, it'd be really cool," and we put it together. Had Ken on there with us from the. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. He was on our last episode, right? Please say
Yeah,
he was on
mm-hmm.
our last
He
episode.
was.
He was on our
Yes.
last episode, guys. I already knew that. So yeah, he came on with me, and we had a pretty good show. And then A lot of people ended up liking it. We brought another person on alongside me for a second charity stream. That would be Skate. And
Oh, you do
then
remember his name. Cool.
stop it. I'm not a bad friend. Gosh dang it. I promised you. I try not to be. But yeah, me, Skate, and Seven were on the charity stream for another block. And that went really well too. So, and Seven said, "Hey, why don't we just do this as an actual show?" And here you are on your favorite show on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, Pixel Focus Podcast.
And you said you were super down because I was
I
editing the first episode, and I had to just make sure the cuts were correct. And I would hear you say super down, and then I had to do something else, and then I would start from the beginning, super down. And so it's sort of like ingrained in my head that if I said it wrong, you would say it's wrong. That's not correct. It was super down.
Yeah, I would definitely correct you. You are 100% right. I'm very glad that you understand that. See, this is why we're friends.
I know the assignment.
You knew the assignment. Good on you, bud.
Yeah, it's been really fun just seeing how people have been taking it. And it's been fun. We did a poll, I believe was on our third episode, on the viewers who were willing to put their experience of virtual photography. And it's a lot of beginners, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so being able to help those people out, getting ideas for future pictures that they're going to take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's been really cool to see that there's a lot of folks, whether they're new, old, or indifferent, meaning like they haven't even started VP. There's a lot of people who are really interested in the show. They're watching it. There are people who are paying attention, and I mean, it's been cool. It's been just really cool to see the demographic that's shown up, which is so diverse.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I've had an exciting time doing this, regardless of if the situation may be that I haven't slept in about 4 days. It's whatever. It's cool. I do it for y'all because I love y'all.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. And
yeah.
Speaking of which, we have been hard at work behind the scenes on a few projects. And I think we did mention it a few times, but let's go ahead and swap the scene real quick. Thanks to my wife, i.e. Nash, she's been hard at work behind the scenes, getting us a landing page, and soon is going to be a full-blown website. But for right now, it is pixelfocuspod.com. You can search it right now. It is live, so if you want to give us a follow on Twitter as well as Instagram. We have a few things like we provide fresh content, exclusive interviews, an inclusive community that we will be planning on doing workshops on live and all that. It's been fun. And then there's also links to the YouTube channel as well as the Spotify account, which has both episodes, one currently on right now, and we're going to be adding more in the future. So just a matter of time because it's just the two of us as well as Nash. So a 3-man crew is just good.
2 man, one woman.
Yeah. We just need to just be patient with us and all that. But we will try to get all the episodes current. So this one is our 6th one. We'll try to get those done in a timely manner so people can get those listened on Spotify and all that. We are trying to expand on Apple Podcasts and other platforms. I ran into some issues. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I messaged Son. I was like, so ran into some issues here. He's like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
so
buddy,
in case you're wondering, why you don't see the first episode on certain platforms is because we are struggling and trying to figure out where to go from there. So yeah. But besides that, that's pretty much the status of Pixel Focus, and we are we have great ideas down the pipeline. It's just a matter of time when it happens.
Yeah. And speaking of struggling, so yeah, we want to go ahead and get the topic going. Just letting y'all kind of, I mean, if some of y'all actually want to go ahead and put in the comments maybe some struggles that you've had regarding VP, some things that you have faced, whether it be something that you believe is small, big, whatever. I mean, it could be, mental struggle. It could be maybe, something just regarding social media, anything like that. We'll kind of be covering a decent amount of that today. Um, but if you guys want to just kind of talk things out here in this episode, just so that you can get some things out, vent a little bit, that's totally fine. We are more than happy to hear what you got to say.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start off and say it's not always easy being a virtual photographer. It's not. Um, it can be absolutely excruciating, especially when you start getting on social media and start trying to promote your work. I mean, of course, that's pretty much all art mediums and or media just in general. Especially when you're starting out and you don't have like, you know, easy interaction and traction on your page and all that kind of stuff. It's hard, and social media really does not always help with that.
Hmm.
Um, I've had a lot of people, including myself, struggle in regards to just keeping yourself from thinking about numbers and things like that all the time. Um, but even on just taking photos in general, sometimes some of us, I can't say everybody, but some of us do push ourselves so hard to try and make whatever it was that we do now better than what we did before.
Hmm.
Um, Another thing that a lot of people have issues with is feeling like they aren't progressing at all. Um, and then some people just straight up get burnt out.
Yes.
So, you know, it's definitely something that I can say I've struggled with. I know too many people who have not only struggled but have left um, virtual photography as a whole because of
Oh,
it.
that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate. And some of these people are some of the best that I've seen, but it happens. But at the same time, I do want to say it's not something that you should just look at, hear about, and then automatically assume it's just always going to be like that, because it's not. There's ups and downs, and I'm sure that in Seven here, since he has a very very prolific background regarding him doing like videos and everything like that, and a lot of content creation. So in Seven, I'm sure you can kind of relate to that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's a different medium, but
Yeah.
it's very as you said, we're on social media and
Hmm.
uh just burnouts. That's actually a lot of streamers who and content creators recently have been posting videos as like I am done. Like I will still be in the background and all that, but here's some new faces that are gonna be part of the channel, and so it's just like we're in a new era of new content creators, people
Yeah.
leaving who've been here for 10 plus years. It's
Right.
definitely been crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not trying to make this episode sad or anything. I do want to let y'all know that there are some actual, people out there who are willing to listen to what you have to say. Um, Regardless of if it's, an entire page or some, whole big area for you to go to. Now, there was actually an initiative called VP Safe Space
Mm.
for virtual photographers, that it was to have people who, have whatever's going on in their lives as a virtual photographer, just in general, really, to be able to get things off their chest, have a place to go to talk things out, all that kind of stuff. But I definitely believe that soon enough, there are more than likely going to be more things like that. Um, we are definitely growing. So I am so certain that with everybody just having the situations that they are, that there are going to be plenty of hearts out there that are willing to have someone come in and divulge what they need to so that they cannot feel alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean another thing I did want to say is if you're going through struggles maybe in burnout, right?
Mm-hmm.
You as a virtual photographer, this is just something that I do a lot of times is just kind of one getting off social media
Yes. Mm-hmm.
for at least a bit and then just kind of if you want to take shots, take them. If you don't. But if you do end up taking shots, just do ones that you just want to do. Don't care about how it's gonna look. Don't care about all that kind of stuff. Like, just take a shot that you think is cool, and even if it's like not so good, just roll through the shots. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's literally what got me out of my funk was I would just take a picture that I thought, even if it was just okay, I would just take the picture. And then I just keep going and keep going. And eventually not really paying attention to the, quality and all that stuff and trying to make sure everything was perfect. Like I ended up stumbling on some shots that were really good. And that kind of got me out of my funk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, taking a break. I'm sure in seven. I mean, I'm sure you've taken a break in regards to your your media as well.
Yep. Uh, I think it's interesting. I think I might be imagining it, but I think one of our guests mentioned, I don't know what exact episode, but
Hmm.
I think one of the questions is, why do you do virtual photography? And
Hmm.
I think I heard one of them say it's relaxing. But on the
Yeah.
flip side, it's very
Yeah.
stressful, which we're covering
Right.
today. So,
Right.
yes, it is. You can just disappear into the world. You're taking photos, but then, if you are in social media, you feel that pressure. I have to post either daily or, try
Yep.
to keep a schedule because I'm going to fall behind. And again, I'm not virtual, like, I don't post pictures, but I definitely feel that as a video content creator, is that
Mhm.
I need to be posting. I need to. But then there are times where I post on my community, it's like, hey, there's been a lot with me and all that. I know there was a video, you expect one, but don't expect one today because I am taking
Mhm.
a break. And
Right. Right.
people are okay with that. I'm finding is
Yeah.
that you feel that if you post that on Twitter or wherever, you're going to get so many thumbs down and people are going, oh man, I'm going to unsubscribe wherever. No, people understand. They're like, yeah, I feel that. Go for it. Take all the phrase that a lot of comments say is, take your time, we'll still be
Hmm.
here.
Yep.
And
And it's
it's
very
just like,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So take
Yeah.
those
It's
breaks. Take those
please
breaks.
seriously take those breaks because honestly what I've actually seen is a lot of times when you take the breaks and then when you come back and you kind of you're not going to be where you were when you were taking them originally before your break.
Mhm.
Yes, you're going to be a little rusty, I'm not going to lie to you. But that's okay.
Why am
And
I shooting at
yeah,
this angle, at this exposure?
right.
What was I thinking?
Right. Exactly. And then I mean, a lot of times I've heard from other people too that, they've come back and once they got over that little, that little rust part, once they dusted it off a little bit, they got their shoulders dusted, they did some neck workouts, you know what I'm talking about? They started to really see other ways that they could take photos. And I think when you have the same pair of eyes that are looking at things all the time, you start to, well, funny, you start to lose focus. Um, so a lot of times what will happen is when you come back to it, it's just like drawing an art piece. You come back to it and you're like, oh, you know what? I could do it like this. Or maybe I could take it from this angle. Or you saw something that actually, you didn't even realize you were inspired by, but you came back, you're starting to take the photo, you remember seeing that from when you took your break, and you're like, oh, that would be a cool idea. Like, there are so many good things that come from just giving yourself time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I mean, there's that. There's people who are struggling when it comes to life situations and trying to do VP at the same time as well.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That
Also,
is
don't compare yourself to others.
yes, please don't.
Just compare yourself to yourself.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. I fall into that hole plenty of times. Don't worry, you're not alone in that. But again, you may have heard it, but hopefully this time you hearing from us might sink in. You see other people's, get ideas from them and all that, but don't say, hey, I'm not here. I'm not good enough. I cannot get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's because either they have more time in virtual photography than you're just starting out, or that's not your skill set. Like for me, let me share. So for the longest time with my channel, I thought I was going to be a playthrough game review channel. I was pushing that since N7's channel. I pretty much did a full rebrand and all that, and I thought this is it. I kept on pushing, uploading, getting decent views and all that, and it was just not getting traction. It was very slow. But the past month, I did something where it was a little bit different, and I started getting more views and more subs. And I was like, what is different? And so I talked to Nash, my wife, and she said, you were attacking it the wrong angle. You are more community based, not individual. You don't do speed runs of Destiny, or you can't solo a raid by yourself. That's not you. You bring in individuals like this podcast, and you make them feel comfortable, and you focus on community. And that's why you're successful. And I'm like, huh. And so I tapped into that, did more community collabs and all that, and I've been finding success. So it could be that you are doing something that is not in your wheelhouse and not in your strength. So maybe you need to evaluate something and figure something out. Different.
Reevaluation. That's huge, is reevaluation. And honestly, taking that break can sometimes help you to step back, reevaluate, figure out what's going on. Because the moment that you try to start doing something that isn't you, the moment that you start trying to basically not be yourself, Miles Morales, you start
funny,
right? Ooh, but, yeah, you start trying to be everybody else, and then you end up letting yourself down even further. And I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. At one point I started trying to do that, and then when I did, it made me almost quit VP, like straight up.
Yeah, I think I was in one of the calls with you. We were just chilling, and you're like, dude, I don't think I can do it anymore. Yeah, I remember that.
And I was really contemplating it for a good second. I was just like, this is crazy, because I don't think, and the worst part is that unfortunately numbers can sometimes make you, question your quality.
Oh yeah.
And that is wild to me, is that because of the fact that so many people aren't liking what you're doing, even if that is the case. Like, I mean, you know what's even crazier? The fact that even if you have a ton of likes and stuff, you could have like 200, 300 likes and everything. But if you're used to getting more than that, and then you only hit like 200 after so much time, Bruh, the fact that
That's a
can make
mind
her
game.
question your
That's a
quality,
major
it
mind
is.
game.
It really is, and it flips me out that that happened to me too. I was like, oh my gosh, I hit like only 200 likes. I was like, wait, what? What do you mean only? Like, there's people who are struggling to get 20.
Hmm.
Like, so it's just there's people who are struggling to get 10. So it's like, no, you really have to just step back and say, am I bringing myself into this, or am I trying to bring this VP or this VP into this? Like, what's happening here?
Mm.
Um, but even beyond that, it even there's struggles when it comes to life and VP balance too. Um, just having your regular day-to-day activities, whether that be work, family, other endeavors that you're doing, you know all this stuff. There's a problem that some people have where there's so much going on in their lives initially that they want so badly to do VP, or they start getting burnt out with VP because they're trying to push that just as much as they have everything else going on in their lives,
Hmm.
and give it just as much time. And sometimes you just got to realize that it's not that you absolutely can't, because if you can find that balance, good on you. I completely and totally support it if you're able to find that. But if you're not, do not think that you can't just come back to it. You can. You don't have to give it up. It's not something that you have to just let go. It's something you found that you really enjoyed, so keep on,
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I know in Seven that you don't do it too much, but like, have you, even just in regards to doing VP, has there ever been any like struggles with you not being like super invested into it that you've seen when it comes to like taking a shot?
What do you mean by super invested?
I mean, I know you're not, like literally taking shots every day, all day, and then posting them every day, all day,
Right. Uh-huh.
basically like that. But with you kind of, dabbling in VP for the most part, would you say that there are any struggles just with virtual photography, even if it just comes to taking a shot, that you do struggle with?
Yeah, the little small stint I did with I went on a binge for a good week and a half in
Hmm.
Cyberpunk, and that's some of the pictures that you see right now in the slides.
Right.
Uh yeah, I did struggle with, okay, I need to do better than the last shot. I need
Yeah.
to do better than the one before. And so looking back when I was on choosing which photos did I want to showcase in the slideshow, I saw a few that were different variations, and I was like, yeah, I sort of like teleported back to that moment where I I was struggling. Which one do I save,
Right.
and all that, and
Right.
it was, I was like, yeah, it's just
Save them all, buddy.
definitely
Save them all.
save them all, save the frames.
Save the frame.
Yeah, it's just definitely, yeah, the pressure. Even though I was not doing it officially,
Hmm.
I did feel it's like, okay, I could probably do a daily photo shoot and post
Right.
it, and did feel that pressure at times. So
Yeah. Yeah.
also we
I
got a
get it.
comment. Kudos for not quitting G. So
Hey, appreciate you, dog. I don't know who you are, but I love you regardless. And I love
uh
you, random citizen. I love that. I love that quote. That's one of my favorite quotes.
Laja, I believe.
Who?
LAHJA 89. I believe that's, we've had them in the chat before.
Sweet.
Yeah. Also,
Love you, dude.
also Rudig says, "I'm going to ignore that advice in 7. I'm coming for you, son." Talking about burnout and all that. He's like, "Nope, I'm going to surpass the master." It's sort of like a
Oh
running
my
joke that we
gosh.
have with Rudigs. It's great.
Rudigs hates me. That's what it is. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. He was supposed to be on the No, I'm joking.
Turret. They said the user.
Oh, Turret.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my friend.
Yeah, that's one thing about people with different names. So don't be offended that we're like, who are you? Thanks for the comment, but who are you?
Oh no, we're just Hollywood. Yeah. That's all it is. We're just Hollywood. We don't know you. Straight up. We don't know you. I promise. We don't know you. We're too good. No, I'm joking.
We're too good for you. Oh man.
All this advice that we just mentioned on you struggling and everything, No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but it's been fun. But definitely is we're human. That's basically the summary of our little spiel, is that it's okay that you are human. You do get tired, you do get burnout and all that. Some people don't like it, but embrace it and take breaks and don't compare to others, compare to yourself and see how you can improve.
Yes, you are literally your best competition at all times. You are your best competition and you're your best advocate as well. So be your best advocate and, well, advocate. Start, bringing yourself to a place where you can come back. You obviously started this for a reason, you didn't just maybe you did originally do it just because, but if you've been in this for like months, you're probably doing this for a reason, regardless of what it is. So why drop it when you've put all this time into it? It's okay to drop it. I'm not saying that you can't, but again, you've been doing this for a while for a reason.
Yeah, so, push through. Push through.
Yeah, keep it up. And even if it's not doing numbers or whatever, dude, just do it for you. Like that's really what you should be doing it for originally in the first place. Because just like with anything, if you're not doing it because you enjoy it, at least in regards to hobbies, I'm not going to say that's for every single thing. But in regards to a hobby, if you're not doing it because you enjoy it, then that burnout thing's gonna happen way quicker for you. I'm just saying.
Lala Blue posted, "I do it for the numbers and podcast invitations."
That's fair. That's fair, Philip. I can. You know what? If that's what you do it for, buddy, you get those numbers and you get those podcast invitations. And screw what we said about the numbers in regards to that. You go ahead and make sure that your numbers are bumping, bro. Do your thing, get on them interviews, I guess, or whatever.
And for those who are just listening into the show, Lala Blue was on one of our episodes. I believe it was episode 4. I believe.
Right. Yeah. Because yep, that's exactly right. Because we had Dom on there too.
Yep. So that was a fun show.
And real quick, again, if anybody has any questions regarding, how maybe you can get through certain struggles that you may have had or whatever, definitely go ahead and put them in. Definitely go ahead and, even if you just have a comment or something like that of something that you have struggled with, and especially how you overcame it, if you want to put that in there, please do so that these people can be able to see it too.
Yeah.
And another thing I did want to mention is that one huge thing that happens with a lot of VPs is when there are showcases or some kind of competition or something, especially when it's really, really, really big, like the VP awards, they get absolutely devastated sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's bad. Sometimes it helps people to want to push harder, but even for the people that it only hits a little bit, it's still in there. They still get that little twinge, like, dang, I didn't even get picked. you know? Um, and I mean, even with that, just because you didn't get picked for this, it doesn't mean, one, it doesn't mean that you're bad. Two, it doesn't mean that, oh, you should never try again. It just means that the people who were looking at it, those particular people, it just wasn't their taste. And that's also okay. You're not going to be able to be everybody's flavor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not a universal flavor. That's not anybody. Nobody is a universal flavor. I mean, yeah, a ton of people may like this particular person's stuff, but I promise you, there are many other people who are like, it's alright.
You're like, no, I put hours into this shot.
Right. And there are people who get hundreds or whatever likes and all this other kind of stuff, even thousands sometimes. And there are still people. I can even say myself, there are people who I know. I'm not saying any names, but there are people who I know who have shots with crazy numbers, and I look at the shot and I'm like, it's okay. But that's just because it's not my taste. But there's so many other people that agree with me, and I say that just to let you know, you're not always going to be somebody's flavor of ice cream, bro. You're not. Some people like chocolate, some people like strawberry, some people like weird stuff. like pecan or something. Pecan, however you want to say it. See, the fact that it even has two different ways to say it is crazy. But I'm just saying, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
Yep.
All right? Just leave it at that. Understand that. Be at peace with that. Yeah, I want y'all to sit with that for a second. I really want that one to marinate. Like, I'm gonna let it be silent for a moment. I really want y'all to just, think about that. Okay.
Moment of silence.
Okay, silence over. So
we got a comment that says some people are lactose intolerant. That's also true.
Exactly. Some people can't eat ice cream. Some people got to eat that weird lactose-free ice cream. That kind of low-key tastes like vanilla plastic, but it's fine. That's what they enjoy, okay? Just because you're wrong doesn't mean you don't like it.
Just because you're wrong. Got it. All right. Good to know.
I'm joking. You're not wrong. You're wrong. But you're not wrong. You know what I mean? It's fine.
No need to call me out like that.
Whoever said that, I'm calling you in particular out. Nobody else.
Jared.
Yes, I'm definitely calling you out. So, I know you guys may not have even been here today for this, but it's something to think about. And I mean, some people, another thing that people do sometimes is because they see the popularity of a game being shot, they start trying that game out just so that they can be able to
be part of it. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what's sort of going back to what I was talking about. I thought it was going to be a walkthrough and game reviewer. There were games that I was like, okay, I need to have it.
Yeah.
To be able to be on top of the algorithm and all that. But when I was playing it, I was dying slowly inside. I was like, I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun with this.
Was there a certain game?
Starfield.
Oh, you said Starfield?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You tried to start streaming Starfield?
No, I did do a complete playthrough. I do have a few shots with it.
Okay.
I grinded through, but hindsight, looking back, I'm like, no, that is not me. And this is a good story to share to people, is that, as you said, you don't have to be on the top to be able to be successful. You know, like top tier game. You don't have to have the new Apple Pro headset that people are walking around, waving their fingers around, with their Boston Dynamic dog. They're saying in the future and all that. You can make a simple video and still have viewers and all that. You don't have to have the latest tech.
Yeah. Or you can make a simple shot, and just your people are gonna rock with you. Let me say it that way. The people that, because this is the thing. Think about it this way too, right? If you were to make a video or take a photo, and you got a ton of people starting to like what you did, how do you know that those people are going to be loyal to your content when you switch up?
Mm-hmm.
When you start doing something different, because you're not going to always want to do the same thing all the time. It's just it just doesn't happen that way. You might do it for a very long time. You could do it for years, but eventually you are going to want to do something different, even if it's just a little bit. But how do you know those people are going to stay for what you're doing when you switch?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. But those people that were there regardless of what you switch to, those are usually the same people who actually will tell you what N7 had people tell him, and actually what people have had told me too is, take your time, we'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
When you get back.
Yep.
Those are the same people who say that. And those are the ones that you want to, in some cases, those are the people that you want to impress. For some of you, I can't say that, it's always going to be, because at least for me, like, if I'm being honest with you, I love the people that are there for me. I love the people that, look at the content that I put out, but I'm not really doing it for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this show kind of for you guys, if I'm being real with you. And that's just because I wanted to be a part of something that could help the community in any kind of way possible. But my actual virtual photography, that's not really for y'all. I'm just going to be honest. Like, yeah, okay, numbers used to get under my skin. But at this point now, with all the things I've learned, I don't care as much. Like, it's not something that bothers me to the point, because it's not for y'all. It's for me. I want to get better. So that's basically what I'm saying is, like, either keep focus on the fact that this particular hobby is something that you enjoy, or if you want to involve other people in why you do it, then don't focus on the numbers. Focus on those people who are always there in your comments. Focus on the people who are always retweeting your stuff, or reposting on Instagram, or however they're doing it, sharing it. Focus on them if you want to focus on other people,
Mm-hmm.
So that's my spiel on that part. Oh, hello?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, I had my mic.
Oh, okay.
Nope, we are not having technical difficulties. Don't worry.
Unlike the first episode, when you really did have that happen. And then
that was an interesting time.
That was the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, fun story for those. Like, let's change the subject and make it a little bit more funny and lighten the mood a little bit. But yes, I do want to preface that later down the road, we will be coming back to this topic probably again. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to disclose that we're going to sprinkle some. Let's sit down. Let's be a little bit serious. I know this podcast is a place that people enjoy to listen to, but there are going to be times where we have to sit down and just go, let's be real and all that. So just wanted to disclose that. But yeah, so the funny story about episode 1 is that I have sitting and raising a desk, and it's amazing. So if I feel like standing, I can bring it up and good to go. And so we were just doing the first introduction. It was around 15 minutes, and I was like, I am not going to stand for 2 hours. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to lower my desk. When I lowered my desk, the shaking of it bringing down just slightly dislodged the power of my multi USB tap.
Oh, you didn't tell me that's what happened.
Yeah. No, this is a little bit of insight for those who.
Oh,
so that's what happened.
Insights.
Yeah, updated and insights. So the shake, it's a very steady desk, but there is a little bit of shaking involved when coming down because of the motors. And so that little bit of shaking, it just enough dislodged the power brick. So it didn't fully fall out, but just enough to where it was not getting enough electrical connection. So my multi-tap to my microphone, to my audio sync and all that, that's why you couldn't hear me at all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but the stream was working fine. Everything was working fine. If I knew that was that happening, I would have kept the stream going and all that and just plugged in, and we would have been good to go. But I panicked, rebooted everything, and so we had to do a little small interim and all that. But yeah.
So what you're telling me is you're bad at your job. Got it.
I mean, I have gone live and streamed for a good 1 hour before someone in the comments said, "Hey, is your mic on? We can't hear you." So yes, I'm a professional here.
This is a struggle that N7 has had in the past that he overcame, even though he's not very good at his job, apparently, because he still messed up on our first episode. That's crazy. No, I'm joking. I love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Wait, are you muted again, sir?
Oops.
Sir.
Little.
You can't say all of that and then start having the same issues. That's not what we do here.
Sorry, it's I don't know who's banging at my door, but it's I'm trying to figure out what's. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't think the audience would want to hear like a door banging and thinking that I'm in trouble or something.
Hey, I'm just saying, all of the best streamers have been swatted.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying. So, hey, if we get it this early, we must be doing something right. No, I'm joking.
Nash says, if you do anything with the goal of getting likes, follows, praise, you will never be satisfied because it's never enough. 100% agree with that.
Very true.
And she also said, I witnessed a panic. So.
That's also very true.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think we definitely touched on a lot of good points today.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking about what people tend to go through, and like N7 said, we are going to be discussing this much further in detail, but probably splitting it up a bit rather than having it as like one whole talk and discussion like we did today. We're going to be having like certain specific things that we talk about, and more than likely during those times that we do, we're going to probably have actual guests on for it.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, announcement, just to let everybody know. So we did originally plan to do like activities and stuff today. We wanted, some people on so that we could be able to do that, show that a little bit. But we unfortunately were not able to. But again, that's fine. However, in saying that, we are later on going to have activities. I kind of want to keep them secret. I kind of don't want to say exactly what they are.
Let's not disclose it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Just a little nugget saying, hey,
exactly.
There are going to be activities. Mm-hmm.
Because you already know, bro, girls like mysterious dudes, so that's how we gonna keep it, bro. That's that. We try and impress all the VP girls with this podcast. No, I'm joking. That's not the point of this.
Well, I already have my girl. Just saying, if I tried to make this podcast for other reasons to get more girls, then I would be having a louder knock on my door. That's not a 2-year-old. That's actually my wife saying, excuse me, what you're talking about.
Bro, the point is so that I can get them. Help me out, bro. Help me.
Help me.
Help me, bro. money. But yeah, no. But that's not the point. But yeah, no, we definitely want to go ahead and have some new activities and everything like that. Just kind of keeping you guys engaged in a different way, having some variety to it. I know that in your podcasts that you normally listen to, you probably don't have those kind of things. We got some cool ideas coming down the pipe. So yeah, I hope that y'all are ready to get blasted in the face with awesomeness. You know what I'm saying? And get your necks ready, your thick necks, because I know you've been doing them workouts.
Turret says
'Cause we
skill
talk about
issue.
them all the time. No, that hurts. Okay, that hurts.
Also,
I'm hurt.
also Nash says, I didn't realize you could get swatted by a 2-year-old.
Of course you can. It's literally one of their programs. No, I'm not even gonna say that. The FBI is probably listening. It's fine. I'm not gonna divulge all of their secrets. Not this time. Not this episode.
But yeah, we have some really fun things coming down the pipe and all that. So definitely be looking out for that. And as Sun said, we are going to be having more of a visual just for the people who are watching live.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fun. So in case you're wanting to know just a somewhat idea of some potential workshops, you can definitely check out the past streams. It's the St. Jude ones. There you should be able to see Sanoji and Ken as well as Skates. You can check those two stream segments out. Those were been fun. A lot of people enjoyed. VPers under the gun.
Yeah. And we're not gonna really say too much on what that means because we want innuendo. Wait, what? No, we want mystery.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
definitely not getting swatted, I promise.
Definitely not getting swatted, no. But yeah,
We're not
there's definitely gonna be some fun things as well as amazing guests as well that we have set up. It's just a matter of time of getting those episodes out. So we have a lot of fun down the pipe.
We got a lot of people coming on that we excited for, buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm super excited for a lot of these people because they got some things to say. I promise you. And it's gonna be real fun.
And we are going to have probably some returning guests as well to the show. So that's going to be fun having their thing. So.
Oh yeah, we need y'all back because we need those views. That's what this is all about.
Yeah,
totally. Need y'all back so
totally put kibosh on exactly what our first 45 minutes of talking was. It's all for the views, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, just for the views. I'm glad that y'all came here because you fell into our trap. Aha. Yu-Gi-Oh! Nah, but like.
Sea level Ori Calcos. Haha, you cannot leave. We're nerds. Yes, we're nerds. And we're probably dating ourselves.
These nerds, they literally take photographs in video games.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, see? Point, valid, done.
Bingo.
1-0 Malcolm.
All right, so since we have about 3 minutes left in the podcast, do you have any closing thoughts or fun announcements?
Actually, you know what? I do have an announcement. So, I know that a decent amount of y'all that might watch this have probably been waiting to hear this. Your boy is going to be bringing Friendly Neighborhood Showcase back this week.
Woo!
So, I'm going to go ahead and open up the entries on Thursday because I need rest. And then you guys can submit all the way up until 11:59 on p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. And yeah, get a chance to be able to get showcased in the showcase.
So 3 days.
And, yeah, that's for Spider-Man, by the way. Forgot to mention that.
Okay. Because I was about to submit my ARC picture to the showcase.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because like you totally didn't know about my. You know what? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just a bad friend. Maybe that's what it is.
Lala Blue says, "Oh, I thought you were retiring."
Shut up. I ain't never going.
So Spider-Man only, and they have 3 days to submit starting on Thursday of next week, and then submissions end on Sunday. Just to
I
confirm.
mean, I guess technically it's like 4 days because
4
they pretty
days?
much have all of Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. You heard it
Yep.
here, folks. So go ahead
you,
and do they need to tag you on Twitter to be entered? How do they enter?
Oh man, you got me trying to go ahead and say all this. Okay. So if you want to enter, all you got to do is put hashtag FNSC on your Spider-Man post, even though you low-key could have just went ahead and looked at my profile and been like, hey, yo, FNSC on Thursday. I'm going to look out for it. But then Seven wants to be all thorough and professional. So you can put hashtag FNSC on your Spider-Man post starting Thursday, and then go ahead and do that so that I can be able to look at all these and put you in the video possibly. I'll go ahead and just say, because I'm not as professional as N7, when you go and look at that post, it has the rest of the rules and regulations on it. Please read them.
So the possibility of being disqualified if you don't read them, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Good
Thank you,
to know.
N7, for the professionalism.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here. As for announcements and all that, just a reiteration we mentioned in the beginning. Episodes 1 is on our YouTube channel, Pixel Focus Pod. YouTube channel is not here on N7. We're slowly going to be moving the series over to Pixel Focus Pod. On YouTube, you should be able to search it easy. And then on Spotify, we had the first episode up. And I'm going to be working on getting the other ones up to catch up, everything like that. So, yeah. That's the only announcement I have.
Yay.
All right. And with that, we are Pixel Focus,
Mhm.
providing insights into the
Mhm.
world of virtual photography. And we are out of here.
Yes, sir.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven is not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? Panic, panic, I can't help but think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear